it going, everyone? Welcome to Cobra Kai Studio. I am your host, Daniel San, and tonight's another exciting fan questions debate video. Finally get to make a video now that I'm feeling better and I don't sound all blah. But we're going to get right into it with some very interesting questions today. We're going to start off with Quiet Lightning. I have a question, something to really consider again. Think about this again. I am a romantic, and I think Amanda has a crush on Johnny. But I don't want to see Johnny give up on Carmen. Question is, do you think that Johnny would ever give up on Carmen? I would hate it, not really, but I'd hate it, if Johnny had an affair with Amanda. Perhaps first to get back at Daniel, only to get taken by surprise. Thanks for posting this wonderful video, and I hope you find and consider my questions. Thanks, bro. You have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Stay golden. Quiet Lightning. Appreciate it, man, for sure. I had to start with yours because it was on a different video than the actual fan questions video, so I thought I'd, kind of start off with that one. Do I think Johnny will give up on Carmen? I don't know. I feel like he might not know where to go with it with Carmen, if you know what I mean, after what happened to Miguel. I feel like it's going to kind of create some conflict that he's not exactly sure how to, I guess you could say, deal with. But I don't think he'll fully give up on Carmen, though. I think that he for sure will try something to, rekindle their, I guess you can call it, relationship that they started. I don't know. It's kind of hard to really think about. Now, for him having an affair with Amanda, I kind of got that vibe with what you're talking about. Because she does kind of give off that vibe, kind of as if she has a crush on Johnny, I guess you could say, in terms. But I don't think they would go as far as them to actually do anything. Unless there's something else that we just don't know behind the scenes between Johnny and Amanda. Now, I don't think they're that close, is my opinion, though. So I don't think that that's something we would actually see. But I want to hear your thoughts on this, because I thought this was a really awesome question. I haven't been asked it before, and it kind of makes me wonder what would happen if, let's just say that Johnny and Daniel get into some kind of big fight. Daniel and Amanda get into a huge fight, and Daniel and Amanda are left to, basically comfort each other. Could that lead to them having an affair? And if so, what would that say for the show? That's going to be a huge conflict between Daniel and Johnny moving forward. And I also see that is a way that the rivalry would never end, for sure. But that was a brilliant question, Quiet. I wanted to start off with it so I didn't forget it. Now we'll go on to the comments from the fan question video. We'll start off with Roy. If Silver isn't Miguel's dad, then Crease will die saving Robbie from Miguel's cartel dad looking to kill Robbie for revenge. That's really interesting that you commented this, Roy, and it's been 6 days now, but Bonsai Kai Dojo and them just did an amazing video today talking about Silver being Miguel's dad, and it actually kind of makes a lot of sense. After watching their video, I really kind of think that Miguel might be Terry Silver's son, and that's going to bring a lot of interesting topics to the show if it is indeed the case. On to the next one from Roy. Of course, they're not worried about Robbie. He's used to surviving on his own. Plus, the cops are looking for him. Yeah, that would make a good sense of why there's not so much shown on him at the end of Season 2. He does what he does to Miguel and just kind of disappears from everywhere right now. And obviously, the cops find him because we see that in Season 3 little teaser that he's in jail, So obviously, they do catch up to him at some point. I'm wondering where. I'm wondering if it's something that happens right after the school fight, or if actually, Robbie does go on the run, tries to find his old buddies and hide. What happens, and it's exciting because we're getting so much closer. We're almost just a month away now from Season 3 dropping. And if you haven't seen it yet, Bonsai Kai Dojo and them are thinking about doing a, live watch party type thing where we all just kind of tune in on our phones, hang out in their chat, and then watch the episodes together. So if y'all are interested in that, definitely subscribe if you're not already. And if you are, prepare for it, because I think it'd be a lot of fun. I'm for sure going to be there. I think that would be a great way to celebrate with friends and enjoy the show together and kind of just all stay up and have a blast. Obviously I'm going to be up all night that night watching from episode 1 to episode 10. And then I'm going to make some videos and then go to sleep. So I'm not going to say that they're going to be premieres that day just because of the fact that I'm going to be so tired that I'll probably just schedule them to post and they'll upload, and yeah. Now, as far as the fan question videos, I'll have to save that for the day after, because, yeah, there's no way I'll be too functionable to be able to do it, honestly. And I might have to save the videos for the day after, too, because I'm going to be probably extremely tired. On to the next one from Mariana. I think it was Robbie's mom that died. That would make sense, because people in rehab relapse all the time, and her death would be more realistic. That's a good way to explain it, Mariana, and I do agree there. People relapse all the time, unfortunately. Addictions are a huge, huge thing in the world, and, it could be very possible for that to play out, and it makes logical sense. You're right. It is like one of the more logical senses of what something could happen to one of these characters to kill them off, and we already know she faces problems with drinking and drugs or whatever be the case, so that would make a good, way to write her off out of the show, and I actually agree there. It would make sense, really. On to the next one from T-Girl. You asked, how could Crease die? What if he goes into a rare, heroic act, saving one of the main characters? Maybe Miguel's father tries to harm Johnny or Robbie, or someone else. For some reason, I feel like they might give him a little more redemption in his last act, but then maybe he'll just have a heart attack or a car accident or something. That's a really good point, and I've been puzzling how they could kill Crease off for quite a bit now, especially because, I have the assumption that that's who they're going to kill off at the end of Season 3, so now I'm kind of in the loop of where and how it's going to take place. Is it going to take place at the dojo? Is it going to be some random, like you said, accident that just takes him out? A lot of people speculate a heart attack or something, but I don't think that's how they're going to take the big man Crease out. I don't. I could see it being a big possibility. It is possible, But me personally, I think it's going to be a much more dramatic accident. That's just what I'm going to say. Now, when I'm going to make a better, clearer video talking about it, because I kind of wanted to make a video talking about what my theory on Crease's death's going to be, so I don't want to spoil that. But expect that coming up. I really want to go into detail what I think is going to happen to Crease at the last 90 seconds. On to the next one from Roy. Silver is going to be Miguel's dad. Bad man was Terry Silver, who's been dumping nuclear waste in Ecuador, or Mike Barnes working for Silver in Ecuador. Since Miguel is Spanish for Mike, that may be a clue. And like I said earlier, Bonsai Kai Dojo's video really, him and Guest Sensei really explained a hell of a detail how this could play out. And I kind of agree, At first I wasn't thinking about it as being an actual possibility, but after hearing everybody's thoughts and yours and everybody's ideas, it really does actually make a lot of sense. And now I'm like, what all did I miss? Now I need to rewatch the show back to back to back to back for a few weeks and just kind of try to debunk and take every scene apart and really understand everything that we might have missed, so that way I can make an interesting video of possibilities. Gotta keep studying and learning to progress. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to redo that just so that way I can understand better, because there's some things that they talked about that I kind of didn't pick up on really, you know what I mean? And I've watched the show quite a bit now, so definitely gonna have to do that again. On to the next one from Aaron. Did Mr. Miyagi taught Daniel how to break glass bottles before he died? I would imagine so, Aaron. It just seems like something that Daniel would know. Obviously, breaking glass bottles, you've got to be careful regardless of the situation, especially if you're going to try to do it bare hand, because it's a huge possibility for cuts. I've learned that the hard way. As being a kid, you always want to be a badass, and you try to learn different things, and yeah. On to the next one from Mustang. What if Johnny walks into the dojo in Season 3 to confront Crease, who is training Robbie after he gets out of jail? And Johnny asks Crease, what the hell does he think he's doing? And Crease says, training my student. You let him down his whole life, and when he needed you the most, someone had to do something about it. Johnny walks up to Crease. Robbie gets in between them with his arms crossed and shakes his head at Johnny. Johnny attempts to take Robbie home, and Crease gets in front of Robbie, and Johnny and Crease get into a fight, which is why Johnny is beat up and Crease has a bloody lip. That's a beautiful way of explaining why we've seen both Crease and Johnny kind of busted up there in that teaser. That could actually make a lot of sense, and that would be a reason I could see Johnny getting really upset with Crease, even more so than, the dojo already being taken from him. Goes there and he sees his sons being trained by him. That could be the thing that pushes him over the top to where he's like, you know what? No, we're not gonna deal with this, And I can see that leading to a huge fight between him and Crease. That would honestly make a lot of sense. I appreciate the comment. I'm saying that's a really nice comment. On to the next one from Lisa. I'm trying to come up with theories about what the last few seconds can be in Cobra Kai Season 3, but the opinion and this video about Chris and Terry Silver and Robbie, and then Miguel and Johnny and Daniel, that's a pretty badass theory. Yeah, for real. There really is a lot of badass theories out there, Lisa. There's so many amazing creators out there coming up with some crazy and amazing ideas. It makes me hard to think of my own ideas sometimes, because I'm like, damn, is my idea even actually right, or is their idea right? And that's what's great about the community, because you get so many different ideas and, possibilities to change your mind on different ideas. There's a lot of comments that I've had from you all that's opened my mind to different possibilities and outcomes in the show, as well as other content creators that I've watched, like Cobra Kai Nation, Cobra Kai Fandom, TRN, Bonsai Kai Dojo, there's, Cobra Kai Theories. There's a lot of different and badass channels that make amazing content, and all together as a community, it just, opens everybody's mind to all the different possibilities. We have all kinds of different people from across the world coming up with their theories and ideas, and I think it adds to the community itself, which is, badass. On to the next one from Lisa. You're not the only one, man. I'm going to be honest. There's no way in hell you're not going to watch season in one day. I'm going to watch the whole season one day. I already know, but you're not the only one, man. Yeah, for sure. I know that they suggest watching just a few episodes and then taking a break and coming back and watching the rest, and I can't do that. There's no way. I got to know everything that's happening before I go to bed. I want to know what that last 90 seconds is, there's no way I'm not going to stay up and watch the whole season. It's got to happen. On to the next one from C19. Maybe Chosen claims to be dying from cancer or something terminal, and he needs to show Daniel something he won't do over the phone, and that's why they go to Japan. That could be a very interesting way of bringing Daniel to Okinawa to meet with Chosen. And if that's the case, maybe there's something that we're really not prepared for that we're going to actually learn when Daniel gets there. Something from Chosen. Like, a lot of people speculate the Miyagi's secret, whatever be the case. But what all do you think we're going to learn from Chosen in the Daniel scene in Okinawa, or whether it be an episode, 2 episodes, whatever be the case? What do you think that's going to be about? It's got me really puzzled of what we can expect moving forward. I can imagine that there's going to be a lot of mixed emotions between Chosen and Daniel, I would assume. At least right at first, So it's definitely got me interested in what's going to happen all the way. On to the next one from C19. I'm going to reference back to saying I don't think Crease was going to be the death. Now, after listening to the collaboration with Banzai Kai Dojos and others, I could see Crease losing his life. However, what I should have said is I don't see anyone killing him. Maybe a heart attack will be the cliffhanger. Maybe he will be in a fight with Daniel and Johnny, or Crease will get an upper hand and have a heart attack right before he does something horrible. I do not see them going the murder route, revenge killing route, is what I should have said better. Yeah, I agree. I don't think that someone's actually going to kill Crease. I don't think, I guess it's possible. I won't fully rule that one out just because you never know what these shows, what these creators of the shows got in store for us. But I don't think that either. I think it's going to be some kind of tremendous accident. And that it's going to leave us in a huge not understanding, not knowing if he died. And maybe that's where season 4 will take place, is everybody realizing he died at the beginning, kind of situation. But maybe not, just a possibility. On to the next one from Jeff. Just a thought on the last 90 seconds from the question here. Miguel turns his back on Johnny and shows him no mercy. That one would be interesting to see. Good old student versus sensei kind of situation. That would actually be a mind-puzzling scene, Miguel turning his back on Johnny. That one's actually pretty interesting. It makes you think for sure, Jeff. I appreciate that comment, because that is actually interesting. It makes you wonder if that's something we could expect moving forward into season 3. Or, well, it would be moving into season 4, actually, because it'd be at the end of season 3. So it'd be moving into season 4 of Daniel maybe being closer to Miguel, or else, Miguel's closer to Crease situation. But what would lead Miguel to turn his back on Johnny, and then whose side would he be on after that, So that's very interesting. On to the next one from C19. I have said this before, so I'm not trying to sound like a broken record, but episode 10's name is referenced to the days of the tournament from Karate Kid 1. Keep in mind, Daniel's birthday is the day before the tournament, and that really doesn't matter anyways. What it comes down to, Robbie, Cobra Kai, Dimitri Miyagi-Do, and Hawk has hurt Dimitri. Robbie refuses to fight him and forfeits the match. Crease tries to attack Robbie, and all hell breaks loose at the tournament. It could end with Crease dying. I also think there is a high possibility from some of the interviews and rumors that maybe Dimitri could die again. Back to my previous comments, if anyone dies, I feel it will be natural causes or an unpreventable accident, because the Cobra Kai movies just haven't deep dive into murder, and I don't see them taking it that far. Tell me what you guys think. Thanks. I agree. Actually, C19, I agree. I don't see them taking the murder route in the show. But I do agree that it's possible that some kind of serious unforeseen accident could happen, or something along that lines. I kind of feel the same. It's like I don't think that they would want to take it to the murder route. That's why when we've had questions about the death matches being a possibility in the show, I don't think so. I don't think that's where they're trying to go with the show. Now, I won't rule it out for sure, but I don't think that's where they're trying to go with the show either. And I don't honestly think that that's something we could expect to see is a murder in some way. So, yeah, and everyone, please feel free to let us know what you think about it. What's your ideas? You think that's a possibility of of it happening like that. It could actually happen that way. And thanks for commenting, C19. I appreciate all your support and help, man. You always are helping and leaving amazing comments, as well as everyone else that comments. I appreciate it, because these videos couldn't be here without you all, you know what I mean? Like, it takes everybody to be a part of the community, and you all are, so you all are Cobra Kai badasses, you know what I mean? On to the next one from Mr. Bay Area. Yeah, I get what you mean, Sensei. They can bring Silver in the show without Johnny, Daniel, and Miguel knowing he's there. Silver could be lurking in the shadows and be making their arrangements to get Robbie out of jail, since he's the one with the money. I kind of feel like that Silver has been around this whole time, and we just never fully comprehended everything. Now, there's a lot of hints and, possibilities that people have picked up on, and that's why I feel that way, I just feel like he's been there this whole time, kind of behind the scenes, waiting to make his move, and I think his move's coming in Season 3. I just do. Now, I personally don't know that Mike Barnes will return in Season 3, because I feel like with how many seasons they have planned, is it going to be like they introduce 1 or 2 characters per season, or are they going to get all the older ones back into the show more sooner so they can release different people into the show in the further seasons? That's kind of the debate there is, do they want to bring back all the older people first, or they want to add new people first, kind of situation. That's where I kind of have the debate of who all might return for Season 3. Like, obviously we might see Chosen, we might see Allie, we might see Silver, and we might see Mike Barnes. That's 4 people already for one season. Like, not to say that they won't do it, because it still leaves open for new people or whatever be the case. But there's a lot of theories out there that maybe it's just Silver is going to actually make a return to the show and be more prominent of a character. Allie might just be a behind-the-scenes kind of character for a little bit. She might have a bigger role moving forward. I'm not sure, kind of situation. It's where I'm, like, stuck at, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many different possibilities that could exist that it's kind of hard to fully devote my opinion to one specific theory. On to the next comment from Ozair. If Daniel teaches Johnny balance, will Johnny help Sid find balance? Could Daniel send Robbie to Cobra Kai to find a way for him to leak information to shut it down for good? That's an interesting question, Ozair. I wouldn't put it past Daniel to be like that, possibly. I don't know. It's really interesting. It makes me wonder if it's possible that Daniel could get Robbie to do that. And I guess it depends on if Robbie and Daniel are on good terms still. So that's really interesting. I appreciate the comment. That makes me wonder, though, is it possible that we could see that? Now, as far as Johnny teaching Sid balance, I don't know. Like, Sid kind of seems like the stubborn type, so I don't know about that one. On to the next one from Melissa. Cool video. This background is way better. Thanks. For sure, Melissa. Like, anytime there's a distracting background, let me know so I can try to, I don't want to make, like, super distracting backgrounds, you know what I mean? They're just kind of a temporary thing for now until I get a better hang of the whole filming on YouTube, Like, I want to get a green screen to where I can film myself and then have these, backgrounds in the background behind me kind of situation. I think that would be a lot cooler. On to the next one from Aaron. Does Julie Pierce have kids, and will they show up in Cobra Kai? I imagine Julie has kids, but will she allow them to join Cobra Kai? Or will they even join the show, I guess it depends on where the writers want to go. I guess they could, I don't see why they couldn't. But the thing is with Julie Pierce being Miyagi-Do, I don't think she would want her kids to learn from Cobra Kai. I imagine that her and Daniel would meet or talk about it and, like, just, I don't know. That's an interesting question. I guess there's a lot of unanswered questions there that would need to be answered first before that one could really actually be answered. On to the next one from Ivan. I love your videos, bro. Never give up. Cobra Kai never dies. For sure. I appreciate it, Ivan. 100%. I have a lot of fun making these videos. Sadly, I was sick for quite a bit of days, so I had to take a break. But, I would rather you be able to hear me than make a video where I just sound all sound sick and horrible. So that's why we had to take a break. But, I'm feeling better. I can actually talk. I sound decent. So back to normal-ish. On to the next one from C19. Oh, no. Hold on. Aaron. I almost skipped yours, Aaron. On to the next one from Aaron. What would happen if Robbie had beat Miguel in the All-Valley tournament in Karate Kid and Cobra Kai Season 1? What would have happened? That would have been really interesting if Robbie... I mean, I guess the show would still have led off into the same way that it would have into Season 2, but it would have been a little different because, obviously, Miguel wouldn't have been the tournament champion, but I think Johnny would have still behaved kind of in a similar manner that he already did. So that way, he had to, teach the students differently, because obviously he didn't like the fact that Hawk took the weakness of his opponent and also cheap-shotted people, and he didn't like Miguel focused on Robbie's weaknesses. You know, he that was like the first big moment where we see Johnny's like trying to teach mercy and change a little bit. You know, change from this whole Crease mentality that he was taught in his training, you know, years. So it's really interesting. On to the next one from C19. I got a comment on the wealth of Sid. I don't think he is going to have a will. I think it will willingly go to Johnny and maybe some family members. It's going to show up a challenge for sure. This will be something else Johnny is battling in season 3. Maybe even the last straw that convinces Daniel to take Johnny with him to Japan to give him time to clear his head. Does anyone really want to see Johnny in a millionaire type situation that he didn't earn on his own? I mean, he's the comeback kid in Cobra Kai. Yeah, you know, I agree, you know. I'm really puzzled on that too, if they are to do that for any reason. What's that going to lead to, you know? It makes you really wonder, if that's the case for any reason, that he does inherit all this money, where's that going to lead in the show? That's where I kind of am not so sure about Johnny getting all the money, you know. Maybe Sid leaves him a house or something, but I don't know that Sid's going to leave him all the money, because I don't know where that would actually lead for Johnny. Now, obviously, it'd be a hell of a comeback for him, because he'd have money to do whatever, but then again, it's like, is that the best thing for Johnny, though, you know? Like, is that the best thing for the character? So that's where I'm, like, kind of in a loophole of where I'm not sure how I feel about it or what I really want to see going forward. On to the next one from Jeff. The actor that plays Crease just made a slip in an interview the other day saying he wouldn't be back for season 4. So that would lead to Crease being killed off, leaving it open for a Silver Barn return as the evil. Oh, that's really interesting, Jeff. I didn't see that, so I appreciate you sharing that. That's really interesting. And if so, is that a vital clue to the fact that Silver's gonna return and that Crease is gonna die in season 3? I seriously think Crease is gonna die. I mean, he's not like the center focus for the show as it is. He's a part of it, but he's not like the main focus for the show, so his character kind of could come and go as please. So it makes you wonder if that's the case, if that's how they're going to take him out, is, you know, kill him off, you know, and how are they going to do it? On to the next one from Nick. When I heard that the 90 seconds of season 3 will blow everyone's mind, I thought they would introduce a character into Cobra Kai, but now I think there will be a last death at the end of season. Hoping return of a character mid-season. See, that's what I'm thinking, Nick, because I think they're going to try to change it up from what they've already done in the previous season, so it's not repetitive. So that's where I feel like we're going to get a new character in the mid-season 3 as well. I actually agree fully on that. And then I think the cliffhanger would be a brilliant cliffhanger as a death. You know, like the whole Miguel being injured kind of wasn't the exact cliffhanger. The alley was, you know, because that was the exact end of the episode. But at the same time, I think that in the end of season 3, it's going to be something a lot more serious, and it's going to really grab our attention, you know what I mean? But we'll see, though. On to the next one from Lisa. Hey, it's me, Thorn or Lisa, but I changed my username and my channel name to Thorn, the Cobra Kai Q. Yeah, I figured that, for sure. That's what I already kind of figured, that was you. On to the next one from Nick. Coming up to December, 1 month, I can't wait. Got to turn notifications on for all the Cobra Kai videos, or turn the notifications off, so I don't get any spoilers since I can't watch. And yes, for sure, Nick, if you're not able to watch it the day of the release, I would for sure suggest turning notifications off so you see nobody's videos, because you don't want to watch all the spoilers without watching the show yourself. So definitely, I would stay off YouTube until like January 10th if I was you, until you fully, had time to watch all the shows, because I guarantee all of us YouTubers are going to be spoiling the hell out of season 3. On to the next one from Bonsai Kai Dojo. Be like water. For sure. Be like water. On to the next one from Nick. I'm for sure going to binge watch all of season 3 in one day. I can't wait to watch it till a week after release date anyways. Hype will be higher since I'm watching it later. That is true, though. It will. You just gotta, like you said, you gotta stay off of social medias and stuff, because there's going to be so many spoilers that, yeah, I wouldn't want to ruin it for myself, so I know you're going to do the same. On to the next one from Lisa. I'm going to answer or given my take on a question from the last video that was debated about if Tori was pregnant and then she got into a school fight and that's why she went ham. Now, if so and the baby got hurt, I don't expect her to be sad. I mean, maybe some, but I'll expect more anger. She'd be mad. She'd want to hurt Samantha and Miguel. See you guys later. Stay badass. That's absolutely true. If she is pregnant and her and Sam's little fight caused an injury to the baby, yeah, Tori's going to go crazy, I feel like. That would definitely be true if that's the case. On to the next one from Bow Wow Baby. Sorry if this becomes long, but in regards to Robbie and Johnny, it would be really wrong for Johnny not to worry about his own son. Yes, Miguel was severely injured, and he is like his son to Johnny, but Robbie needs support from his family after what happened. Since his mom's in rehab, Johnny is the only family he has. If Johnny ends up not being there for him in this scary time for Robbie, but instead Miguel, I think it will start a domino effect of Robbie going dark. At that point, he might feel like he can't rely on anyone, and probably feels everyone is against him. He would be a dog or snake in a corner kind of metaphor, which means he is at his most dangerous. Being this vulnerable can also make him easy prey for Crease. People think Miguel would go dark, but I feel it's more likely Robbie. There is just my thoughts on this topic. That's a brilliant topic and an explanation, Bow Wow, for sure. And I do agree. If Johnny turns his back on Robbie, that's going to lead to a lot of dark roads for Robbie. His dad, his only family member he has there, turning his back on him, going for someone that's not even his son, could cause a lot of issues, and I could see it becoming very interesting in Season 3 if that's the case. On to the next one from Joseph. What if Miguel tries to apologize to Tori about the kiss at the party, but every time Tori sees him, when he comes back, she runs away? Could she still be pissed, maybe? Yeah, I could see the possibility of that happening for sure, I wouldn't rule it out. And I could see Miguel maybe trying to apologize and Tori wanting nothing to do with him for a while because obviously she's going to be upset. Who wouldn't, In that kind of a situation, it's just something that I could see honestly happening and playing out. I really could. On to the next one from C19. I have a question. It wasn't mentioned in the video, but in the past I had said that what if Tori was there when it revealed that Crease was taking over in Cobra Kai? I can't find her in that clip at all. Am I missing something or is it just assumed? No, she sure is there. If you look in the clip to the far left, she's the person to the far left. She just has her hair up in like a ponytail and stuff, so it looks different. She don't look exactly like Tori. But no, she is there at that last little clip whenever Crease is taking over. So there's Hawk, Stingray, Tori, and a few of the other students that are, joining up on the same team there. But that's going to be it for this video, just because I don't want to get to the 30-minute mark and not be able to go upload it. Now, there's still more questions. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add them to another video, so that way they're not forgotten. I screenshotted them, make sure I don't forget them. So if I didn't get to your question on this video, it'll be on the next one, because unfortunately I have to stay under the 30-minute mark, so that way it'll actually process. But I want to say thank you to everyone for, being patient with me while I was sick, taking the time to leave amazing, badass comments, always interacting with me and us fellow Cobra Kai fanatics. I also want to say thank you to Bonsai Kai Dojo, to many other amazing content creators out there. I'm going to figure out how to start doing all the links for everybody, because there's a lot of amazing content creators and channels that, should be checked out if you're not already checking them out. So I appreciate everyone for hanging out and always having a blast with me. Yeah, that's going to be it for this one. I'll see you on the next one, everyone. And as I always say, stay badass, everyone. Have a good one.